G'day guys, and welcome back to Power and Revolution 4. Today, I've been thinking about what I want to do with this particular country and where we're going. Obviously going to space is something that's nice, but starting from scratch is really going to be a long, slow process. It's quite arduous. We're really developing all the tech from the ground up. So I'm going to need something else to really keep this series going. Now part of that I think is going to be taking total control of Poland. We're going to try and turn ourselves into an autocratic dictator here. We're going to have total authority and control of the country. To that end, we sort of toyed with it briefly at the beginning of the game. That was more of a bit of a fun thing. Okay, after that interruption, it's always cats and stuff that start to, or kids, that get in when you just click the record button. But we're going to that end, what we're going to do is we're going to start changing the powers of Parliament. We did toy with it a little bit at the start of the game for a bit of fun. Going consultative role and no real power, but they're not, obviously they are against that. What I'm going to do though, no, fuck me, that is a bug. I'm fairly certain, I'm going to have a look at that recording there, I'm fairly certain I did not click propose bill. I may have, but I really don't think I did, unfortunately. God damn it. There seems to be a bit of a bug where sometimes cancelling out of something will propose it. I don't know why it does it. It does it with taxes, does it with a whole bunch of things.
The jokes of the humorist become painful.
Human rights, that's not good. We just undone everything due to a bug in this game. I'm fairly certain it was a bug. I will watch this back and make sure I didn't just click propose that law. That's rather shit. Either way, we'll give it a little bit of time. What we're going to do is, I can't see it now, but we're going to still let them vote on things. We're just going to remove, softly, we're going to remove their ability to vote motions of no confidence. I've just undone, effectively, the second half of last episode's people supporting us. So, yeah, that's fine, that'll come in time. That's frustrating. Either way, live and learn. What we're going to do now is consider bumping up transportation and a few other things. I'd really like to... I don't care about that, we're already recruiting more people. I need to effectively get our GDP to start growing organically. We can't just keep taxing people into the ground. So... Okay, so we have our North Korean Minister for Families now spying for us. That's good. Our total income, or our tax take, has only gone up very, very slightly, which is a small problem. That lady just lied. The gap between rich and poor has declined. 0 means they're perfectly equal, so we've actually been working on equality in this country. Poland is somewhat hamstrung here. We need to consider what we're doing. Inheritance tax is high. I wonder if a tax cut would boost... Oh, it's annoying. I wonder if a tax cut would boost things. Our company tax is already very good. That's quite competitive. I typically like sort of around about 20% as an amount, but I'm happy with 19. It will boost our companies quite well, and you end up taking more in the long term as the economy grows. But what can I do here? It looks like it's fluctuating a little bit day to day. There's a few things in the economy that are all over the place. How is our growth? Is at 3.01%. It appears to have stabilised out. What I could consider doing now that we're in September is, our inflation is beginning to drop again now that we've bumped up the interest rate. What I'm going to do is consider selling something off. Now, what do we produce an excess of? Let's just go in here, industry info, volume by year, and the balance of trade. Building, housing, plastic and sodas, electrical materials, water supply networks. Jewelry is interesting. It also appears to be dropping. So the jewelry industry could do with a boost perhaps. Synthetic fibers. Yeah, I think I'll do synthetic fibers because that is a large part of our GDP, a significant part of our tax earnings, and Ah, okay. Looks like the election campaign has begun. No, get out of this.
Our agents that have infiltrated...
Yep, dismantle something in Pakistan.
The election campaign has officially begun.
There we
All
go.
candidates are now...
We will meet with you. Excellent, we might be able to sell you something. So plastics, building and construction and so on and so forth. We'll come to that in a minute. Have a quick look at this election campaign thing here. It does mean we can't change anything now. Everything we do now is going to become a promise. If we try to change bills or costs or taxes or something, it becomes a campaign promise. So we've lost control of our country to some extent until this campaign is over, and we're not looking very good. Now the thing is I don't really understand how campaigns work. Obviously you spend money and you go off and you hold what do you call them, a meeting of some sort in, you know, different sized venues, and you make an announcement. The problem is I don't know what seems to work. It seems to be very hit and miss. I can often cut taxes and well, tax cuts almost always work. People love tax cuts. But for example, health spending, we're a right-wing party. I need to keep our party on side as well. I could promise to up bike path spending or air transport support. Okay, our party is going to win at this stage, but the other parties will be doing their best to push us out. I could let's have a look here at this region's information. Electricity pool is rising, fibre optic is up, broadband internet is going up. Could build a port perhaps. Health might be interesting, build some... What exactly do I want to do? Up some culture spending, education might be good. General education, scientific training is probably something I want to boost. I'll make a campaign promise. What's that going to say? Yeah, I suppose we could make people drop out. I'm not sure if that actually does much at this stage. We could make some of the right-wing parties drop out, and so we pick up the rest of the right-wing vote. I'm going to promise $200 million of additional scientific education training, and we're going to do it in just a theatre venue. I'll just pick that one for now. They all start with M. Oh, hang on, and I'm going to do it Wednesday evening. I don't know if that's a good time. I don't really understand the strategy. There's no real feedback, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, other than that, they don't like it. So what do they like? That's the question. I can have a look in here, and the party doesn't like it. Public opinion is a little bit for it. But then if you have a look in here at our... Where are we? It's only given us one bit of popularity, so I don't really understand how that... I don't understand. So anyone has got any ideas, we can do this. We'll try and get rid of the army.
What in the name of God is going on?
So he likes us, but then he wants to... Okay, let's promise. Let's get the army up to... We'll get it up to 35,000. $200 million of spending there. Let's campaign promise there. We'll do that in Theatre Hall, and we'll do that in Mazalzi and Podlazy. And we'll do that Tuesday morning of the week after. Let's see if that makes an effect or not. Now, I can, through some weird glitch in the game, actually already see how people like it. Party loves it. Public, again, thinks it's alright. Yep, and they're happy now. We've got our party back on side. Unfortunately... That actually did work quite well. That gave us a boost of 4. Budgetary impact. That's odd because there has been a budgetary impact, but maybe it'll calculate later. This game's a little bit buggy at the moment. We need to win this election. We're going to go forward 1 week. Oh, it's a meeting I've got to go to actually. You want to purchase electricity from us? No. No, I'm buying it for a massive fucking price. There's no way I'm going to buy it for like 150, whatever I'm buying it for, and sell it back to you at 94. Go sucker. Something. But what I will do though is see if I can create a sales contract with... I want to sell you building, housing and roadway. They make an excess. How about plastic, I think was something else. Copper was one of our surpluses. They need a little bit. Say 5.3. 4.8 is acceptable. I'm not going to haggle. I could get a really good price, but it's a pain in the ass to go through and haggle all the time. We still want to sell you more stuff though, and it's going to be plastics. We haven't got a huge amount actually of spare. I think it's about 200,000. They do not need it though. How about sodas? They don't need any either, and we've got a massive surplus. What I could do while... Yes, good. What I could do while we're at this is look at industry again. I can figure out who's the biggest exporter. Probably going to be the US for almost importer, sorry, of everything. Will be good world info, and I want to sort by balance of trade. I actually want United States, though their purchase price is flat. Canada could be an option. Canada and Spain will be looking at buying our building and construction.
The national defense does not have enough.
Yeah, that's fine. So Canada and Spain, let's have a meeting request with Spain and with Canada. I'm going to meet with you guys immediately after the Spanish Prime Minister. Now, ideally, that will give us an opportunity to sell off some stuff that's a large portion of our economy and really, really boost it up. Now, I don't know exactly how you export construction skill. Maybe it's architects or something like that, or maybe it's I don't know exactly what it is, architects, or maybe it's sending labourers overseas to do the work, or it's the firms doing the design work. I don't know exactly what it is, but we'll need to sell that off. And see if they'll buy sodas and copper and a few other things as well while we're at it. Now you can sell stuff that you have a negative amount of as well, a deficit, trade deficit, and assuming you sell it for a very good price, I think it means you're buying it in and then selling it off at a better price. I don't know exactly how it works. Let's think that Anna Wojcicki. I'm going to write her name down because there's no way I'm going to remember that. We need Anna Wojcicki. Okay, we're going to see if we can get her to drop out.
Our sportsmen are ready.
Let's encourage them.
Our network has been pushed.
The Russian one is being... Their counterintelligence is pulling our people out. Let's go. Key figures. Other parties. Anna Wojcicki. Anna Wojcicki, there we go. We'll meet her. We'll see if we can get her to drop out of the race as well, because she's appears to be the lowest vote earner. If we can get her to drop out, and she's right wing, we may get more votes swinging over to us, ideally. I mean, that's what that little help thing said, so we'll see if it means anything or not.
Our agents that have infiltrated.
Yep, pull down that terrorist network, and our ambitions are good for the athletics. Hello there,
Dark and strong, please.
Petri Salinas, which is... obviously a take on the Prime Minister's real name.
Very kind.
Let's create a sales contract. And I want to sell you building, housing and construction. And I'll sell it to you for 124. We do not have a lot spare. Why is that? I thought we had a shit ton spare. Huh. Either way, let's sell a little bit more than we're actually consuming. So we're going to be buying this in if we have to, but that's fine. I will sell it off for a good price. You want it cheaper? Go suck a dick, mate. It's not happening. 21. You want to buy less as well? Let's make you buy more. That's a good price. Let's go 18. Accepted. There you go. We're now selling off a significant chunk for a pretty good price. I want to see if you want to buy anything else as well, like copper perhaps. Copper. You do need a fair bit of that, and you want to pay a decent price. Let's go 5, 6. Nope. 5, 5. 5,000. Accepted. There we go. And I want to buy something from you. I don't know exactly what we need, but it'll just keep our... If we can buy... no. Buy things like beef, banana, basic foods. There's no way they want to sell to us. The problem is I think we might be buying everything really cheap already, based on our exchange rate and so on and so forth between currencies. So we may not be able to buy much from them. We make a lot of coal already. Fish. I don't think they're going to be... Maybe oranges. I know you get a lot of oranges. The exchange rate is not favourable. Okay, well, we're not going to buy anything from Spain. If we can buy maybe a cheap, crappy country that's got a whole bunch of resources, we might be able to harvest Africa and bump up their economies at the same time. We'll see if we can do some of that. Okay, our debt is lowering. I think it was higher than that in previous bits. Let's have a look here. We're doing 91 and our budget is dropped. So we're actually spending less. That's due to cuts that we've made, I think. So our deficit is ever so slightly lower, which is good. That's very good. Gradually having an effect. Okay, we've got Jordan, Jordan Brodu, or Brodow maybe.
Sure.
I love your
You didn't
country.
make me come here to hear you discuss.
Yeah, okay, I don't like you very much anymore, Mr. Brodow. We want to sell you. I think we've already sold too much of that. Let's see if we can sell you. What do we make? We don't really make a lot, is the problem. Apples. Can we sell you apples? You want to buy some apples from us? I want to sell something that's a bit more valuable. Jewelry. Milk. We actually do produce milk that they might be willing to buy. If we can get a good price here. I want to sell 1,000, and we'll see if we can get a price of 353. 352 will do. Nope. It's frustrating. It was too much for him to buy. Okay, we'll just go scroll down again. Okay, milk. We'll sell just that default amount because it's... You can buy 1,000 actually. And get 352. Okay, it's too much completely. Well, how about we try and buy something from you? Nope, I make a lot of that already. Diamonds. Oil, that's what we can do. Canada makes a shit ton of oil. And because they're not in OPEC, I think we can negotiate on the price. Unfortunately, they're expensive. Due to the exchange rate, most likely. Or the fact that they're already selling it to really favourably to somebody else who needs the oil, like the US probably. That's a shame. How about natural gas? Aha, there you go. We've got an opportunity here to ease the burden on our country. Shit, that's a lot that we're going to buy. That's a shit ton. Do I want to buy it for... Do I want to buy that much, firstly? Yeah, well, I think that's roughly how much we need. We'll buy it with a good price. 329. Nope. Let's say 351. Nope. Let's say 362. Okay, he's coming down. That's good. 367. Down. Done. We bought a shit ton, $7 billion worth of gas, natural gas, from them now, which our country can use then, because it's cheaper than what we're currently buying it for. What else do I want to purchase from you? I don't really know what else Canada makes. I don't know much about Canada at all. Probably timber, although we produce enough of that. Uranium. We're already getting a shit ton of it at a crazy price because I made a mistake last time. Vegetables, they sell it for too much. Synthetic fibers, prices are not much of a margin. Tobacco, nah, they sell it for a massive price. Solars, no, not worth it. Okay, Canada is done. We didn't get a huge amount from them. I probably could have sold them all, but it wasn't really worth much. I don't want to drive up our inflation, which is currently going up a little bit. What's our growth looking like? Still comfortable. I'll give that a little bit longer and we'll see what happens. What did I meet with you for? I wanted to get you drunk. You didn't get drunk.
Yes.
Charming. Milton's going to be proud. Unfortunately, what I want you to do is... I'm going to give you...
tempting, but we have to weigh the pros and...
Okay, I guess that means she's not going to take it. I'd like you to withdraw your
I
candidacy.
don't believe I am in a position to offend you, but if you wish to see things differently, I shall be obliged.
I got no idea. I think that means she's going to pull out. She didn't want to. Yeah, she's pulled out. So now...
Don't panic.
Now she's pulled out and I told her to get people to vote for us instead. Say, look, sweetheart, you're not going to get the election. You pull out, get them to vote for me, and we'll get some good, proper conservative people in power. Yeah, okay, whatever. Campaign stay. Okay, so she's pulled out and then said, don't vote for him, he's a cunt. So, okay, that backfired a little bit. Oh no, maybe it did. Maybe she did back us up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly. Somebody spoke against us. Somebody is supporting us. Yep. Just Jordan Brodale. Not sure. Okay, unemployment is still at 4%.
Here is our growth.
Growth is actually falling, which is interesting enough. Does that mean inflation is going to be going down as well? Perhaps. No, growth is actually going up. I don't know what they're talking about. It's lower than it was at the start of the year, but it is shooting back up again. So we do need to be careful of inflation and overheating our economy. We're going to start moving forward a little bit. I don't want to spend too much time, but I think... I wish I could see what their... Ooh. We are the polls' favourite. We're only going to get 25% of the vote. We need to dump this person out. They're not very popular, but they've got a very good thing. The Socialist Party. We don't want the Socialists to win or to gain more power necessarily. So perhaps I want to. I've got no scandals in the political party. Let's just reveal that they've been embezzling money. We're also going to break into the HQ of the Socialists as well. This is very, very risky, but we're going to try it and see what happens. I think I really need to up the budget on these guys, but their political espionage is pretty good. We'll see what happens. I'm going to break into that. Oh, it's our lover, yes. Decreasing our salary, yes. We're actually going to meet up with you again, and actually while we're at it, let's decrease our salary. I don't think it has any real effect. Campaign promise. No, actually, it's not worth spending. Oh, maybe it is. Let's give it a go. I've never really done this as a campaign promise before. No, wrong one. We'll knock our salary down by a little bit. We'll promise that in a theatre venue in this place over here. I promise that I will not pay myself as much as I normally do if I'm re-elected. Maybe people will be into that. I'm not sure. I have no idea.
The intervention team encountered a magnitude 9 disruption. That is to say, they deactivated the air conditioning network instead of the security video system. Some minutes later, they had to remove their hoods to be able to breathe.
Oh, shit.
There's no need to be...
Oh shit, they got caught. That
No
could be
thanks.
disastrous for
My
us.
ulcer. Oh,
I'll get you drunk. Tell her she's
You're not
charming. Offer to make love to her right here and now.
course.
Offer the national medal.
With all my heart.
Feature
That's
film
really-
was beautiful. Publicly support
sorry.
me.
But we still disagree on some points.
Really? Really? Well, at least speak highly.
Okay.
What exactly does she care about? Doesn't like... Yeah, so she's a proper right-wing girl, I think. Yeah, conservative rightist. Doesn't like guns, though. Does like culture spending and cinema because she's an actress or a filmmaker or whatever she is. Does like gay rights. So she's a rightist, but she's got a few sort of central or I guess some you'd call left-wing tendencies. Interesting stuff. Interesting. What are we going to do here? We need to get a... Slow down here, see what shit going on. There's
Our scientific
probably a
cell
door banging in the
infiltrated
background. I
an
need
important
to
research center.
probably get a bit of sound done, but we'll get
According to the information
you...
theory,
Industrial secrets, go for it. It almost always fails, but we'll see what happens. What's China going to do? Come and invade us? They can't nuke us from here, I don't think. Now, elections. I want to have a look at how my program is going. It is... Modify... Yeah, my party hated it and the public opinion was like, whatever, dude. That's a bit crappy. Have we just stuffed our chances? Yeah, we've knocked off 1 point of popularity, so it's not too bad. You can go negative as well, so I want to be careful of that. Other people are doing a really good thing. What we need to do now is we're going to promise a cut of 1% to every single tax. That's going to be a campaign promise. We're going to do that in the performance hall. We're going to do that in, which I think is our capital area. Let's do it on a Sunday evening. Everyone will be watching the news. And we should have maximum impact. Oh, God's sakes. Oh, that's because we broke into that thing, I think. They've discovered us. This is our income tax. Vote CLP.
Purchasing power drives economic growth because consumption stimulates demand, and this creates investment. Our fellow citizens will soon be back spending money in the shopping malls because I guarantee they will have the money to do so.
Oh, these are so bad. I love them. They're so bad.
we have a problem.
Oh,
My
shit.
sources mention leaks to the press that
Oh, shit. We're going to have a scandal. Hang on. Oh, okay. Korea is buying nuclear missiles from Dominican Republic. That is interesting.
Settle the EU Stability Pact.
Yes, I'll go along there. What I want to do is try to draw some things away from me. You are going to... Am I going to make your thing public? Make that scandal public for Q Jong-gim. Oh, okay, it's not going to work. I see what's happening. So we're making the scandal public in their country. That's and because it's just not going to work because they've got no freedom of information. They're all farmers out in the middle of nowhere, or people under party control. What we are going to do instead is go to the UN and ask them, provide proof first of all that North Korea is being a naughty boy. Poland accuses North Korea.
We have irrefutable evidence that this country is violating international conventions. This evidence should lead you to consider thoughtfully, what shall we do? Should we close our eyes, or should we reaffirm the rule of law?
Such a bad speech. Yeah, I don't care about that. Actually, what that probably means is our power plants have been completed. Okay, we can get sanctions against them. That's good enough. Let's think about this. We want to... How do I get sanctions? How do I ask for sanctions? I got no idea. Maybe they're just going to put sanctions on themselves. Sanctions current, none. Let's try doing that. That's just calling them a threat to world peace or whatever, without actually providing proof. But hopefully if other people support us, I think the people who like us will now think less of North Korea, which, given that they're almost certainly going to be deep red like that, is not going to be much of an issue. Japan likes us. We could probably sell them something. India's neutral. Let's have a quick look how our budget cuts. Yeah, okay, we got 10 points for promising to cut taxes. Again, budgetary impact is not being registered for some reason. This game, ever since I started it, has been particularly buggy. It is a very, very buggy game normally, but this is worse than normal. These display bugs I've never seen before. Don't care about that. Meeting requests. Yeah, the King of Saudi Arabia wants to meet us. I think that was the Saudi Arabian flag. Yes, it was. Maybe we can get oil from them. I'm not sure. Again, it's going to be at a fixed rate because it's an OPEC thing. But maybe if oil prices are going to go up, we can actually lock them in. That might be interesting. I wonder if that's something we can do. Wow, all that money we put into athletics, and we only got 40th. Rugby World Cup, go for you, and the Chief of the Army is with us. Excellent. So if there is we might be able to get a military coup if we do get knocked out of power. Now, if I do lose this election, I can actually play on as the opposition. That may be less fun for some people to watch, but who knows what we can do. Our ambitions...
From the beginning of the competition.
Yeah, not looking good. 28%, so we've managed to bump up an additional 3% of voting intention. Now, not everyone is... Ooh. Interesting, they're going to have a vote on it. China is almost certainly going to veto that, so nothing's going to come of it. But it should be a little bit of fun. Mr. Mustafa Jad Khamle. I got no idea. Why did you make a meeting with me? Like, why are we here? Okay, we want to have a sales contract. He just wanted to see me, I guess. Have a coffee. Let's see if we can actually purchase from him. What are they going to produce? Oil, almost certainly. I don't want to purchase that much. It's $13 billion. Oh, for fuck's sake. They produce so much of it that it's going up in increments and percentages. How about we purchase 10 million? 10 million tow of oil, which stands for something I keep forgetting. It's like tons of energy, or I can't remember exactly how it works. It's 3.5 billion. We're going to buy that oil, and it should support our nation. And if prices begin to rise, we should be, hopefully, in a pretty good situation. But you can't negotiate on OPEC prices. Excellent, he accepted it. Brilliant. He sold his oil. We also want to buy natural gas, I think they make. In natural gas, are we getting enough of that already? We are getting enough, which is fine. And the price difference isn't much better anyway. How about fuel? I think they make fuel. Do we have fuel refineries in... Yeah, it looks like we're actually capable of refining most of the fuel we need. But we're not going to get a good sale price there. We need... What can we purchase from them? Milk? Natural gas. Sheep. What the hell? That's weird. Although, let's go if we're going to sale. If we want to sell you sheep. No, not a chance. Not a chance. Their purchase price is tiny compared to us. I don't know why. Steel? Nope. This is not a particularly good match for Saudi Arabia. They're not really making effort at human rights.
Listen, don't forget that you're speaking to the head of a state that is much more powerful than yours. Every day I have to deal with it.
I got in trouble. Either way, I think that's where we're going to call this particular episode. We are...
Listen, you should place more importance on the opinion of your people.
Yes, he's not particularly happy. International meeting didn't go well. You're kidding me. What just happened? Why did I lose 10%? Because of the international meeting? Wow. People of Poland did not like being told by head of state that that we're weak and pathetic. That was a big mistake. We are not looking good at this point. Not looking good. Let's see if we can recover in the next episode. Take care, guys, and I will see you next time.